Hello everyone, welcome to day 230 of playing chess every day for a year. Let's find the game. I'll play e4, they play d5, so I'll go ahead and take, and happily go into the Scandinavian defense. They target my weak pawn, I can target their queen. The pawn isn't hanging right now. I could just develop my bishop and try to bring a knight to attack this, which actually looks quite good. They slide back to attack the pawn, but this just allows me this move. They're attacking this, could go for bishop e3, which threatens to push, and that'd actually be quite a good move. I could also go for a move like knight to e5 that I'm threatening to take, and if they take, I recapture. I also like knight to a4 with all the squares around the queen being cut off, and developing my knight to c5 probably. So here they'd have to leave with their queen and go back, and then I can kick their queen around. I quite like this. The queen goes all the way back and it's still attacking d5. Now what I can do is jump my knight to e5, which attacks this. If they take, I then have moves to attack their queen. I could go ahead and castle, but I think I don't want to lose this pawn, so I'll play knight to e5. Just a weird move. I am attacking this. They probably have to take. Also, this is just a clean fork. They go ahead and take. I can recapture, but then recapturing walks into a fork, so I could be in big trouble here. Instead, what I could do is take with check, forcing the king into taking. Here I think if I take the bishop, I just walk into a clean fork. And let me calculate takes. If this takes, king takes, I have a check. They could just block with the knight, but then I develop my bishop in. I think I'm actually losing material here. I'll go for this. If they go for this, which looks quite obvious here, if they go for b5, I think I'll have to give up my bishop. Another idea I have here is to just take, but that doesn't do much. Yeah, I think I'm losing a piece here. This knight jump doesn't do much. It's not good for me. I think what I'll do here is give the bishop. I don't really have another choice. I'll give a check and the king has to step over, which could be dangerous for them. The king stepping over here does not look good. With my bishop coming in, I don't think I have a way to attack them instantly. And queen over. King back. I would say it allows me to push, but not at the moment. I would be able to make a threat here. My knight is hanging at the moment. I can go ahead and develop my knight though and then push, which actually looks quite good. I'm down material, but at least I have some activity. Bringing a rook in could be very nice for me. I think what I have to do is try and push. And pushing just seems very dangerous for them. I actually think I'm doing okay here. I think what they have to do is play e6. And then I'd give my knight, I think. No, e6 is the best move. Although e6, if I give my knight, I win a rook. Almost. Except for this. The queen comes forward. And that's a very nice move. If I push, they just queen trade. They're also threatening to take this. I don't have good checks here. Can't take. So if I push, they take. If I push, they can just take my queen. Then I'm doing worse. I think I'm almost forced into a queen trade. I don't think a queen trade helps me at all. Could slide over, but then they take in the center. I can just trade and try to bring a rook maybe to attack this. Trading when I'm down material obviously isn't the best for me. If I sacrifice my queen and the king takes, I have this check, but then they just step forward. Check, they can just step backwards. There's nothing there. I'll go ahead and take. They take. I can trap the rook. I think I have an attack on the rook here, in the corner. They attack a pawn, but that seems to just lose material. After this, if they block, can't long castle here. So I'm threatening just to push. They can't move their knight at the moment. Castling seems quite good. I do like bringing my rook into the game too. I think I'll just go ahead and castle here. I don't have to defend that pawn. They can take it. And being able to give a check on this back rank would be incredible for me, but I can't get a rook there at the moment. I think what I have to do here, if I take, they can take with the bishop or the king. Push, they can jump in. I could jump away to threaten the fork. Which could be quite good. Instead I'll go for this. And just pick up the rook. So at least I can win some material back here. The king takes. I'll pick up that rook. I have a check coming. They pick up a pawn. I can give a check already. Because I'm on the dark squares, I'll go for it. The king steps back. I could put all my pawns on dark squares, which could be a good strategy against this bishop. I'm up one pawn, technically. And I think that might be what I'll do here. Could just go after this pawn. They just go back. But that gives me this move. They choose to give up a pawn with a check. I wasn't expecting that, but... if they step over the wrong way, they have to step here, I think. Although they can't. Wow. They step over here, and that's the best move. I would say I have this check, but I don't. I have to double my rooks, I think, instead. I could double my rooks here. Which is an option, definitely. I'm not sure if I want to double my rooks on the d file or on the 5th rank. Which way would be better? I don't know here. I think maybe the d file is just safer for now because of their rook ever coming to attack my back rank. And they have moves here to be annoying, but I always just move my rooks and I'm fine. That's a nice move, but it just trades the game down. And that actually loses a pawn. They take. I can pick up that pawn, I think, and I'm completely fine to do that. They choose to go that way. I'll choose to just take the pawn and threaten to take another one with rook to f7. Rook f7 just attacks this. They push forward, but I just have now h4, stopping them from ever being able to push. Also making an escape for my king. That rook move doesn't do that much. It also undefends this. So, I mean, here they can force me to remove my rook, but I always just move it back and I'm fine on my back rank, so I'll actually go ahead and take another pawn here. And here b4 is a move that's really good. I don't understand this rook move that I just played. Maybe they're attacking this, but I just play b4, which was my plan anyway. And then a4 is just a move which is very good for me. That's a nice move to get behind my pawn, but I can actually just defend it. I can also just push her, a3, and I'm completely fine. I could defend the pawn, or choose to push. I think defending is actually better because I always have the chance of pushing. This rook is also well placed. So I actually choose this instead of just pushing a3. They could attack this rook, but then I just move it. King over just helps me attack them, so if they slide forward again, I just have a check and they have to step back. And I always have rook to a3 if I'm ever in danger. King up is nice, but now I just have this move. Although, not really. Here, if they don't take, I'm threatening to take. I think a4 just is a powerful move here now. If I double up, they have to defend. If I double up, they can take this though, which I dislike. They go ahead and take. I can just take the pawn. I could even go for a check first. So what do? Do I go for a check, which forces the king back? Or do I just take? I think I just take here. They step forward, but I don't see how that helps them. I just have this move. King up gives me this. The problem with this check though is that the king goes here. I could just simply slide up. Could also slide backwards. I think what I do here is just try to... Could try to attack them. I can also just double up. The pawn is already defended. Now I can double up this way. They give me a check, but I think what I could do here is a block. If I block, they take, so I'll just walk my king over. And this actually kind of activates my king, so I don't know if that's a good move. Here I think what I do is I just push f3 to make a barrier for my king to get through. And then just go and attack the structure here. Here if I manage to force them, I think I'll be fine here. Should definitely be fine. Could even sacrifice the rook now, which just looks like an easy win for me. Could also drop back. Yeah, they're trying to get behind my structure, but that can't be that good for them. I could sacrifice my rook now. They have to take and I take. They can get behind, but I just push. They can take another pawn. Now I can just... I could attack the rook. They drop back, I'll just go ahead and attack them. It's fair to try and attack me there, but I just go here. But I don't want to draw the game, so definitely have to play this carefully. Well, now they're in trouble because they have to take my rook, so this is the end of the game. I'll tell them GG. Good game to them. Very good game to them, and thank you for actually appreciating the game instead of just raging. I played it on 87.3, they played it on 83.2. I had one mistake and one miss, but they had a blunder which lost them the game. So let's look at this. We go into the Scandinavian. All these moves are good. Yeah, I did miss knight to e5 here. If the takes, I just have a better position. The queen goes back. Knight to c5 is better than e5. This allows them a fork. And I'm supposed to just accept that I'm losing material. Instead I give a bishop. Which definitely isn't the right way, but it's also okay. Knight back is better than forward. Which is interesting. The queen comes in for a fork. And I have to trade. I could have came back to c3 to hold everything, but which was the better choice, but I just go for the trade. Now I'm losing, I'm just down material here. So I bring my bishop to try and set a trap on their rook. I actually should have long castled here like I thought, but for some reason I thought I was walking into a check. Long castling just saves me from losing a third pawn, so here I'm completely losing. And that was a terrible move from them. I thought they'd just take the extra free pawn. They jumped their knight forward, which just allows me to take. And taking with their king is a bad move. They have to push the pawn to stop me from winning a rook. Because now I have a check, which they're forced to deal with, and then I take the rook. And now it's me who's winning. So those were some bad moves from them. I can give a check, attack their bishop, bring my rook in for fork. And from here it's just easy to play this position for me. Everything here was good. Everything here was actually very good. Played very accurately. Bring my king in was best. Sacrificing my rook was best. Yeah, and there's not much they can do here to win this game at all. I'm just doing much better. And this is it. This is the game. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.